So time to reset that camera. I am just moments away from my next ride here. The sun is setting. It's -3, -2 at the moment, which is still fairly warm from the -18 morning we had this morning. However, um, however, I imagine it's going to get really cold fast here. So I have the heater going on in the car here. Oh, it's so nice. I love being warm. I've got terrible circulation, so my fingers, my toes, my nose, my ears are often cold. So I usually like keeping my fingers close by the vents so I can enjoy the warm air, which is so beautiful. I see my ride over there. She's already out waiting for me, but at least I can bring it close here for her. Hello, Mika.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you?
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
My name is Binny. Mika.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mika, I just wanted you to know,
Yes.
in my Uber, I'd like to live stream. So you're not on the camera, it's just me on the camera, but what we say will go on the internet. So just be careful what you share with me. Don't tell me anything too personal.
Please use your seatbelt for your
Nice to
safety.
meet you though.
Sure.
Are you just finishing work?
Yeah.
Lovely. I'm going to be the first to say welcome to the end of your day.
Oh, thank you.
What do you do in this building?
Oh, actually, I was a student. I already graduated.
Oh, okay.
But I need to drop like some document to my teacher.
I understand.
Yeah.
What were you a student studying? Like what were you studying?
So early childhood educator.
Oh, early childhood educator.
Yeah, educator.
Ah. So you work well with children.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How long was the course?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. It was a long way.
I believe you.
Yeah.
You're finished now.
Yeah. I finished all of them.
Can you tell me what was the best lesson you learned in 2 years? What was the most important lesson you said, ooh, this is very important for me?
Actually, like practicum.
Practicum.
Practicum was so great.
That was helpful.
Yeah, of course.
Ah.
Yeah, because we always like interact with teacher and
Yes.
kids and their family, right?
Uh-huh.
So if I study only paperwork,
Yep.
nothing to do.
I understand.
Yeah. No experience, no speaking. Like just study, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we did like, of course, like study
Yeah.
with like some paperwork,
Of course.
and then after that we did practicum,
Yes.
and then I have an experience for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the practicum just the same as the exercise books or different?
I say like sometimes different.
Sometimes different.
Right?
Yeah.
So I study like this way.
Yeah.
But sometimes.
Yeah. A different way.
I need to choose different way.
I
Because a
understand.
lot of like kids
Yes.
and then families, right? To
Yes.
think it, yeah.
Yes.
So
I understand.
that's why the practicum was so good way to
Yeah.
study too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I worked with children for many, many, many years.
Oh.
And you reminded me, one of the things I did when I worked with children for a very long time, one of my early goals was I want to meet your parents. I wanted to see your family. I wanted to have them know me. And then when I would meet the parents,
Yeah.
I would tell them, I'm going to tell you what is going to happen. I said to them, I'm going to win your child's heart. We're going to have a lot of fun. They're going to come home talking a lot about me because I know that I'm really good with children. But I need you to know what my purpose is, I told the parents. And I told them, when I work with your children, I want you to know that I am like on the sideline cheering your family on, and so I want to support your family. I want to support your role as parents. I want to be a resource to the children when they're having a difficult time. When they come and have a really terrible time, maybe at home, I want to know that we have a good partnership here so that together we can support your children. So it was always a real delight to not only see the child, but see the child in their community as well too, right? So you reminded me of that when you were saying the family as well. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. Why did you choose early childhood?
Oh, because I moved like my home country to Canada.
Yeah.
Like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And then I had 2 kids.
And your home country's in Africa, right?
Yeah.
You're from Africa, right?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. Okay, serious guess. You're from Japan.
Oh, why you know that?
I'm practicing learning how to be able to tell. So your accent and your facial features. Yeah, that's
but
my
everybody
guess.
Says, everybody's first. Everybody say
China?
China or Korea.
Okay,
Wow.
some more practice for me. When I was in university for many years, I started to learn the difference between Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, Filipinos, you know. Yeah, so I started learning some, I mean, before I would not have been able to tell. So that was my, I've had some practice.
Wow, but you are first one to like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, everybody said, oh, you are from Korea or you are from China. You
Ah,
are first one to say. I'm
from Japan.
Japanese. Yeah.
Not African.
Yeah, first you said Africa. What?
I know. I was being silly there. That's funny. So you chose early childhood
Oh
because
yeah,
you came here?
because I moved to, like from Japan to here.
Yes.
And then I have 2 kids, and then I delivered the 2 kids in Canada.
In Canada.
And then that time I didn't have any like friend.
Yeah.
Like like
Support.
relative to
Yeah.
support me, right?
That's hard.
So it's so hard. And then I noticed, I need to send my 2 kids to daycare.
Yeah.
And then my kids, actually my kids
Yeah.
have gone to daycare for like after 10 months.
Yes.
So I realized, daycare was really helpful for me, really support me.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to study like early childhood education because they are really like
Man.
some,
I know. And when I told her about my past as a teacher, I spent many time with young children all the way to teenagers. She said, "We need you. Come back, especially for." And I said, "I know. I have a different purpose that I have to finish in life now." By the way, isn't this beautiful? The city, the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this view. It's so lovely. But I told her, whenever I see men working with young children, I tell them it's wonderful because we need a good balance, and oftentimes men don't consider that as an option. Although I also wish that maybe there was a better way we could show appreciation as a culture to these workers like yourself by giving a really good wage, because maybe that would entice and convince some to start committing to working, because it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy. You come home, you're tired emotionally and physically, like there's a lot of energy, and the kind of work that you do in helping to build a community up from the very beginning is so critical, so important, I think, right? So yeah, I know there's a huge deficit, a huge lack in those who are going to commit themselves here. But yeah, nonetheless, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's why.
So how old are your children now?
So older one is 6 years old, and
Yeah.
the little one is 3 years old.
3 and 6.
Yeah.
Very young still.
And then,
Yeah. Did you and your partner come over here together?
No.
You met your partner here.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So after you finish a whole day working with children, you still go back home to your own children, and you keep on working.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy.
No. But that's life. My life. die.
I know.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to come to this country from your country?
Oh, because when I have 10 years ago, I just quit my job in
Yes.
Japan,
Yeah.
and then I wanted to learn more like English.
Yeah.
So first come to here, I
Yeah.
would like to learn English.
Okay.
Just study.
Yes.
And then I met my husband.
Yep.
And then I went back to Japan.
Yes.
And then he's Japanese too.
Okay.
But he was born here.
Okay.
So he visited my country,
Yes.
but he didn't find
Work.
out like his job.
Oh, I
he
see.
he couldn't get any job in Japan.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Even he's Japanese.
I
He
see.
speaks Japanese.
Yeah.
But
Nothing.
nothing.
Because
I think he was born here, and then his face is Japanese, but his mind is Japanese.
Canadian.
Canadian.
Wow. And they could tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they really care about the culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What
like,
does he do?
Here?
What kind of work does he do?
Here?
Yeah. What did he try to do there?
First, he got a job like teaching English job, like teacher, English
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
But the salary is not bad, and then the benefit is not good
I
for
see.
him.
Yeah.
So that's why he just quit.
Yeah.
And then he tried to get another job,
Yeah.
like because I have a like nurse.
Yeah.
I was a nurse in Japan.
Okay. That's
So my salary is
good.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better than him.
Yeah.
So that's why he said, oh, he needs more like opportunity to get like good like how can I say
A
like,
better paying
yeah,
job.
better pay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after 1 year, he decided to go back to here. And then 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
we relationship like
You separated.
separated.
I understand.
Like,
After 5 years.
for 5 years.
For 5
And
years.
then after that, I decided to quit my job and then came here. Yeah,
Okay.
because should be like he could find like any job
Yeah.
without like salary, like benefit and
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah.
But we see in the future,
Yes.
maybe it's not good for him
Yeah.
because the balancing.
Yes. The differences.
Yeah.
The
Me and
differences,
my
yeah.
like
And him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
husband, that the balance is like
Not the right fits.
no.
I understand.
Yeah. So
I found when I became single,
yeah.
I learned a lot about myself, and it said, oh, here's some ways I needed to grow that I couldn't see in the beginning. So, yeah, did you find the same experience that you said, I have some specific ways I need to grow as a person? Do you find the same?
Yeah.
And after your relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
So now, do you both co-parent together?
No.
You. So do you both, like, he's dad, you're mom, you're mom to the 2 kids, and he's dad to the 2 kids, but you're not together. Do you parent together, like some time with him, some time with you?
Oh no, I mean, yeah.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I do with my ex as well too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
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 I think so, but most of them maybe like I think it's not equal, but
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You make it work.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
It often, I observe,
Yeah.
we make some plans in our future, and it doesn't always happen the way we plan. You say this plan, but then life says, this plan.
Yeah.
So it's not easy making
No,
plans,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with kids,
Yes.
I always like priority to the kids. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not my life. With
I
my
know.
Like, both
I know.
Especially my kids is still young.
Yes.
So when I like thinking,
Yes,
my priority is always kids.
I understand.
Yeah.
You know, moms do that very much.
Mhm.
Moms give too much.
Mhm.
So when I see a mom who has young children who takes a break and is going maybe for coffee with her friends, do you know what I say to her?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. And so just something to consider when you're looking after your children with so much commitment and love, don't forget also that there's also you as a human being.
Yeah, I know.
And so it's difficult to let someone else just give you a break, you know?
Yeah,
It's
I know.
very difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would also argue it may also be very helpful so that you can just get a break sometimes too. That's just my suggestion.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
encouragement. An encouragement.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy, especially when you're a single mom
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah, I understand.
I think there are many ways in which, for example, when you do all the work, for example, at your workplace, your employer will say, "Nice work, good job." That's what they will say.
Yeah.
At home, young children, it'll be 20 years, maybe more, before they say, "Mom, good job." It'll be a very long time before they say, "Mom, wonderful job." And until then, it can be discouraging. And so, why it's very helpful
Yeah.
to remember to look after your heart and your
Yeah.
yeah. So just an encouragement, my dear.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Here's good. Okay.
Thank you.
I am very happy to meet you, dear.
Yeah. Thank you.
I enjoyed the conversation with you, and I hope I see you again.
Yeah. Thank you so
You
much.
are so welcome. Hope to see you again, dear.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Wasn't she sweet? That was Mika. She is sweet and yeah. Can you guys relate? Hello, friends. I see you all coming in there. I see you, Luis. Andrew, how are you? Yeah, it's not an easy thing for being a single parent, for one, right? It's more common to see single moms in my perspective and my experience than it is to see single dads. Now, when I see single dads, again, that's pretty amazing, and I love seeing dads who, you know, stand in the gap and step up to their commitment and the responsibility that way. That's just, I'm inspired when I see that, and I mean, there's a degree of sacrifice involved there. But man, I am so grateful when I see them step into that gap, right? But yeah, just that necessity, I think, especially for single moms, to take time aside and have some downtime for themselves to, you know, get a babysitter or get some friends who are willing and supportive to look after the kids for a bit. That's such a big deal, I think, right? So anyway, we're just about a minute away from my next ride here. So let's keep this live stream here going because, yeah, we've got some time that we can extend on this one here. I'm in the back smaller streets that have not been paved, and as a result it's quite bumpy, so I apologize for the bumps and the lack of a smooth videoing, that's an odd way to say that. And here we are on a cleared path, so it should be better now. Oh, I'm so grateful for a vehicle that drives well. I'm going up a really steep hill right now, and oh, it's just effortless. And I'm so grateful. This hill must be awful to try and navigate in the winter. I think the car is stuck. But there's no one in there, and I gotta go pick up my rider, so I can't stop and offer help. Here we are pulling up. We're looking at number, let's see here, just over here, I think, yeah. Let me see if I can turn around and head here and I'll come back. Right there. We'll turn around here. Hello, Hajra.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to my Uber.
What about you?
My name is Binyam.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, dear. We have a short ride together,
Yeah, I really should.
but I just want to let you know, in my Uber, I like to live stream. So if you do share and enjoy some conversation, just watch what you share with me so it's not too personal for you or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Look at that sunset, by the way. Isn't that glorious?
Yeah, it's... And I'm going to work, so...
Oh my goodness. You're going to work as the world turns dark. It's a weird feeling at 4:30 in the afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially during winter.
Oh, I know. It's not your first winter here?
Oh, no, it's not.
No, okay.
It's only a snip.
It's my first time ever seeing snow.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I am familiar with the harshest, no, not the harshest, but fairly harsh experiences. But are you feeling ready for work, or are you kind of dreading?
I am ready for work.
You're ready?
Yeah. It's pretty fun. So, it's good.
What do you do for work?
I work at the zoo.
At the what, sorry?
At the Calgary Zoo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You work at nighttime at the zoo?
Yeah, it's like during winter they have something called the zoo light.
Of course.
So
It's a big event, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Like a lot of people come. A lot
No
of kids.
kidding.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids around.
Oh. The capacity in which you work, is it very hands-on, like people coordination, or in behind the scenes?
So they give us different roles.
Okay.
So sometimes it's just working at the counter.
Yep.
And other times it's scanning tickets and everything.
Is it seasonal?
Yeah, it's a seasonal
Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only during the winter.
Yeah. And of course you get free admission.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this your first time working at the like for the zoo lights?
Yeah, for the zoo lights it's the first time.
First time, okay.
I used to have a full-time job, but now I'm trying to keep it part-time because I'm also studying.
What are you studying?
So at the University of Calgary,
Yeah.
I'm studying Bachelor of Arts Psychology.
Oh, lovely. Why psychology?
Because I want to help people like socially,
Yes.
especially kids.
Yeah.
Kids
Fantastic.
figure themselves out.
So, working with kids in psychology.
Yeah, mostly.
Just a quick question here. It's asking me to drop you off here. Should I go to the zoo instead?
Yeah, it's the zoo. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay, I'll disregard this and I'll take you right to the zoo then. Just to make sure I didn't want you to walk unnecessarily.
I mean, I did to.
Yeah, no worries. I'll get
It's
the,
just that the person is heading to Calgary Zoo North. Or maybe this is where.
maybe it's part of, I'll make sure you get to the right door here nonetheless. So a couple of days ago I met a student at the university there, and she was also studying psychology in her master's degree though this time, and she was heading towards working with kids in psychology. So I thought that was really fascinating. Very neat. Hi, just an Uber driver here.
I'm sorry.
Just an Uber driver.
Uber driver?
Yeah, looking for a free show.
Okay, you're
I-
just picking up?
I'm dropping off
Or you're dropping off?
Yeah.
Is for the private
for the
event
zoo.
then?
She's an employee.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Just right through B.
Thanks. I guess I could have made that even shorter instead of being silly. Oh my goodness, it's dead here so far. What time do the zoo lights open?
At 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
So pretty soon people are going to start
Yeah.
arriving. Yeah. Well, brief as our ride was, Hajra, I would have loved more time with you, but maybe another time we'll get the opportunity.
It was really short. I was just getting late, so.
That's okay. That's where I come in.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Enjoy that sunset as you walk to work.
You too, as you drive.
I will.
Have a good one.
Bye, Hajra. Hello again, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello again, I guess. I can be awkward in my greetings. Nonetheless, yeah, psychology, especially to serve kids. I think that's really cool. I shared this with a previous writer who was also taking, psychology, you know, especially working with kids, and it made me think about like dentists who work specifically with kids and the teams that they have and how they're able to skillfully get the kids to do what they need the kids to do. Oh my goodness, I think it's so fascinating and phenomenal. As one who's worked with kids for many years, I appreciate the art form and skill of those who can, I don't know, connect with kids in a meaningful way that enables them to connect and communicate and encourage and get them to do the things that they may not want to do. I enjoy watching that for sure. I know a lot of my friends usually say to me that they think I should be in psychology based on the way that I interact and communicate with people. And I'm sure I would enjoy that career, to be certain, but there are many things in that career that I feel would bind me in ways that I don't want to be bound, in the way that I connect with people. I like asking questions that are meaningful questions. They're not empty questions for me when I ask questions. They're actually fueled by curiosity to understand how a person's made up. And in so doing, I also aim to relate and share common experiences. And so I think that is one of the reasons why I highly value that profession. But there are some ways that I think I would be bound, where I wouldn't be able to say things that I think need to be said, but I'm not permitted to because of the boundaries that the profession draws. And so I just choose to retain my autonomy and be able to express it on my own in a personal way, where I can follow the flow of the organic development in that conversation. So that's important to me. Friends, it's too early for a sunset here. I'm kind of sad to see the sun go down, but that sunset is so beautiful, and in some way it's nostalgic. It's like triggering memories from a childhood once upon a time. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. Beautiful. There's just so much beauty in this world. So much beauty in this world to experience, to savor, and this is, I think, one of those. In the midst of life, when it's, I don't know, there's a lot of challenges, honestly. Like, even on my end, there's challenges that I'm navigating, yes, but I don't know, I see something like this, and it reminds me that this big world has some beauty to be seen in the midst of those challenging moments. I'm wondering if I've picked up this individual before. Maybe I haven't, I don't know. This neighborhood is familiar. I have picked someone up here before, but I'll know as soon as I pull up in front of the house if I picked up this individual. To be determined. It rarely happens that I pick someone up twice, but if he's the same person, it'll be exciting, actually. Maybe not, actually, no. No, this is a different person, I think. This is a different place, yeah. Here we go. Well, hello, Daryl.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you, man?
Oh, can't complain.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
So, If I'd have given you the characteristic response of no one would listen, would you have rolled your eyes internally and said, "Oh, that's an original one"? That's usually the response to can't complain, right? By the way, you're in time for two things. One, an epic sunset. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Oh man, I was just enjoying that. Secondly, I just wanted you to have a heads up. In my Uber, I do an unusual thing.
Okay.
I like to sing opera.
Really?
No.
Oh, you're a comedian. I
So
was
high
gonna say, I didn't bring
expectations,
headphones.
man. No, but in all honesty, I live stream in my Uber just because I love
Yeah.
sharing amazing moments with my followers online. So
Right on.
I just didn't want you to get caught unawares by saying something you're like, oh crap, I do wish I hadn't said that.
No, all good.
One of
As long
these.
as you can edit out swears, it's all good.
I'm sure we can look after that. I'll probably look them up in the dictionary first and say, now this, oh, that's what this means.
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
I
yeah.
see now.
Sure.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
You know that there's an interesting dynamic with swear words. I think they've gone through an evolution over time, right?
Yeah.
So once upon a time, like banga would have been like the worst of swear words, right?
Okay.
That would have got your most washed out with like soap, and now it is innocuous and
Yeah, for sure.
kids are saying it and that kind of thing. But what's in your itinerary this evening?
Gonna meet the wife downtown.
Excellent.
She's working downtown, so we're gonna go meet her and we're gonna do some Christmas shopping.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Sneak away from the kids. And do some Christmas shopping.
Gotcha. And thankfully, no one else is on the same schedule, so you'll have the whole store to yourself.
Well, and that's kind of what we thought.
Really?
Well, we're from Fort St. John.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so we're down. Well, we came down last Thursday.
So you're visiting.
Well, Talise, her head office is in Calgary here.
Gotcha.
So she comes down and works every once in a while. But we
Okay.
came down Thursday. We had Christmas party up in Banff.
Yeah.
With her company.
Nice.
So that was nice. So we did that on the weekend, and then we came back. So she'll work a couple days here this week, and
Yeah.
then we'll drive
Head
back
back.
to Fort St. John.
That's I love that you're able to loop in the family sort of togetherness in a different setting, right?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
awesome. So it's not your first time in Calgary.
No. I grew up I was born in Calgary, and then I grew up in Edmonton.
Oh man.
So I've been to Calgary quite a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Now you're in Fort St. John,
Now I'm
far
Fort
up
St.
north.
John, far north.
And is that home now, or do you still sort of miss here? Because that's a different setting there.
Well, I've
radical
been
way.
there for 7 years now.
Okay.
And growing up in Edmonton, Fort St. John is a very similar mentality as
Oh,
Edmonton,
okay.
just it's quite a bit smaller, right?
Absolutely,
But it's
yeah.
the kind of blue collar
Yep.
kind of mentality, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
it's almost it's like I left home, but it's not. It's like you didn't leave home because it's
Yeah.
very similar.
Familiar.
Right? The mindset's very
Absolutely.
similar. It's a kind of a younger community. Not that I'm
Sure.
young anymore, but
That fooled me.
yeah, but it's a younger community, right? So it's
Um,
kind of.
I'm gonna sneak by this way here because that traffic over there is a gong show, and we'll have a better way this way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
so it's like I would say it's definitely home now. I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely times that I miss Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then there's times that you go, like I still have my mom still lives in Edmonton.
Sure.
So you go and you visit, and you're like, oh, you miss it, but then you're like, you know what? Like it's almost too big.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
you kind of get used to the small town, right? Like,
Right. Right. See, I came from the other side where
Yeah.
I grew up in a small town. So Kamloops is my hometown.
Kamloops.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
so
I've-
that's where my wife is from.
Oh no way! How did you guys meet then?
Well, so we met at work
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Well, we were working for different. I was pipelining and she was working for the the client, and I was working for the contractor.
Yeah.
So we met kind of actually further north of Fort St. John. Like she's lived in Fort St. John for 15 years now, but she grew up in Kamloops.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah, so we
brilliant.
met on a job up there, and
Yeah.
then I never left.
Hey, that's how it happens. I know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I planted trees in Fort St. John and
Yeah.
actually rigs as well too. My rig,
Oh yeah.
we just dipped over to Fort St. John for a
Yeah.
brief stint at that one time. But that whole north area from Cornell, Prince George, I was a tree planter for years as well.
Yeah, cool.
So of course you'll see your fair share there.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of our checkers, I think, had a lot up there too. So
Yeah.
at the end of one season of my second year, I spent an additional month up in Fort St. John.
Yeah.
doing that for him. So beautiful country, yes,
Yeah,
beautiful
very
country.
Yeah.
It's not easy to navigate to the coast from there, though, is it? You gotta go.
No,
all
you
the
have
way.
to really prepare
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
They actually, so speaking of Kamloops,
Yeah.
I was working in Kamloops.
Yeah.
I was on the Trans Mountain project. which
Okay.
I'm sure you know.
Yes.
I was working for a pipeline company that they were based out of Kamloops.
Okay.
Our spread was from Kamloops
Mm-hmm.
to basically the summit on the Kokala.
Okay.
So I did probably just about 4 years in Kamloops.
Okay.
I just finished up like about a year ago. I finished up there.
Okay.
Yeah, for the last 4 years I was working there.
Huh.
Yeah.
And did you find yourself missing Fort St. John?
You know what? When I first got there, I was like, "This is great.
Yeah.
Kamloops is
Yeah.
a great place." Well, so Talisa's sister still lives in Kamloops, so
Okay.
there's a bit of family there. So I still had some, family to
Yeah.
hook up with and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
Nice.
And it was like when I first got there, their first year, I was like, "Man, this is a great place. Like it's
Yeah.
could be, like
Yeah, somewhere potential.
Yeah, like if we were gonna leave Fort St. John, this might
Yeah.
be a potential." And then
Yeah.
after being there for a little while, it's
Yeah.
like you get a little homesick, and you're like, there's a lot of I don't know, you guys probably get it a lot in Calgary too, but a lot of transients and
Oh, I see.
a lot of drug use going on too, which is like,
Did you see it like on the North Shore or like where?
no.
All over?
So I stayed up in Aberdeen,
Of course.
which was nice.
Yeah. Beautiful.
But you'd come down, and even like,
in Sally?
yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
like you'd come in. Well, even our office, like our
Yeah.
yard was downtown, so I'd
Yeah.
come in every morning and get a coffee at the Tim Hortons or
Sure.
whatever. And there was always like guys trying to mooch you in the drive-through and everything. And then
Really?
you'd go downtown to the park and everything,
Yeah.
and it was like the kids would come and visit, and you'd try to take them to the park down there.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you're like dodging guys shooting up on the streets and stuff. I mean, I don't know how bad it is here at Calgary now,
Yeah.
but
But
I
that
think
was what-
maybe because it's warmer there, and I was talking to some like my landlord who lived
Yeah.
upstairs when I was living there.
Yeah.
We'd sit and chat every once in a while, and I
Yeah.
guess when there was fires, kind of around where was it?
Like barrier.
No, it was a little further south or north of me. Anyways,
Yeah.
they had fires, and they shipped a bunch of the people that were living in between housing or whatever they called it there. I can't remember, but
Mhm.
so they shipped a bunch of them up to Kamloops.
Mhm.
So Kamloops had built housing for all these people. So now there's like a fluctuation of them there,
Yeah.
which is almost sad because
Yeah.
it could be such a beautiful city, and it's just
Sure.
like, it's almost like Vancouver when you go downtown Vancouver now, and people are like shooting right up on the streets.
I
You know what I mean?
see.
Like it's kind
Yeah.
of sad,
Yeah.
but like still a great place to live. And like I said, we have family that lives.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely like you get a week of -10, and you're like, that's what you get in wintertime. Compared to up
Sure.
north where we get
Yeah.
2 weeks of -40 or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So that aspect was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
It'd be really unusual to see that happening in Fort St. John.
yeah, I mean, we
just
do have a
because-
bit of it in summertime, but definitely wintertime, like you don't see
Not
it.
so.
I think like there's the people.
Yeah.
I don't know if they must find like a place to go and stay at
Sure.
wintertime, right? But
Yeah.
in the summertime, it's definitely, you still see them out there, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not like it was when I was there. It was like, holy smokes, it was almost like
Yeah.
every corner.
Yeah.
It was like sad.
Huh.
And it almost gets like to the point where it's like a little bit like you feel bad for them, but it gets
Yeah.
frustrating because you're like, everywhere you go, there's people asking you for money and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it'd be cool if you were getting a sandwich or something like that. I know
Yeah.
you're just going across the road to get your fix, right?
Yeah.
It's a fine line. Like you feel
It
bad for them,
is.
but you don't want to support that habit.
No, I know what you mean. I honestly wish there were. I don't know how society could address that struggle because,
Yeah.
man, I mean, they're doing what they need to do
Yeah.
to like feed something that they seem to have lost control of.
No, absolutely.
And that's the
Yeah.
devastation there, right? And watching it, and you feel empathy for sure. And you're like, how can I help you in other ways to get to somewhere? But yet, the
It's-
necessity
yeah,
on
it's
their
like
part, right?
Totally. It's like they don't have that
Motivation,
mindset
talent,
even to
not at
even
all.
stop anymore. It's
Exactly.
such a bad addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, you know what? I talked to somebody who dealt with addiction,
Yeah.
like a counselor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they kind of put it into perspective. They're like, you know how you are with your phone nowadays, where you're like, everybody's got to be connected, and like, you're always looking at your phone.
Yeah.
And they're like, think of it as that's how these people are about whatever it is, heroin, or whatever it is that they're addicted to.
Some line of connection.
That's like the kind of line of connection, because like, you know, every time you look at your phone, that's how bad that person needs their fix or whatever too, right? So it's like they don't like, you don't think about grabbing your phone and looking at it.
Yeah.
It's the same for them. They don't think about it. It's just that's
wired right in.
It's just wired into them now that they need that fix.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it kind of put it into perspective, and it makes you feel a little bit extra empathy for them.
Relatability. Yeah.
But it's like, oh man, like, how do you find that line of like, hey, you're just giving that guy $10 to go and get high, as opposed to like, you know, using it for good, right?
Yeah.
So it's a tough thing.
Yeah, I agree. You know, one of the things when I think about that sector is I would be very broken, I think, internally if my family members were in those same situations.
Totally.
You know, like if I had a sibling who was out there kind of choosing that life and at its mercy, that would be really...
it's a tough thing to see.
It really is. And then it also compels me this desire to say, I want to know your story as well.
Yeah.
I want to humanize you in your setting,
Totally.
by understanding the why beyond that. And I know that requires a tremendous degree of trust. Trust on their part for them to actually be willing to open up and say, here's my deal, and here's how I got here, you know, and here's the dynamic. And this is common for St. John, this kind of density on the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you see this for sure.
You're so patient.
You know what's funny is actually we do, like, I don't know, we do get like a rush hour, but it's definitely not
Sorry,
like this.
let me stop
It's
pausing
like-
my laughing so I can hear.
Yeah, it's like two streets, like 100th and 100th.
Yeah.
You get it for like maybe 20 minutes.
Is that when school is in session and out of session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had about eight, I don't know, maybe 5, I guess. You kind of get a rush hour, but it lasts like 10 minutes.
That's funny.
And you can avoid it pretty quick if you take the side roads.
Yeah. That's one of the secrets I actually use here in the city is not in downtown Corpus City, but in the surrounding downtown area.
Yeah.
When it's gridlocked still, I just hit the alleys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
The alleys, and you're just stopping at every block, but you're skipping the slow crawl, the pedestrians, the lights. Oh,
Yeah. Totally.
yeah.
You miss Kamloops then, or?
No, I
No?
mean, I had such wonderful memories there. It was a sweet place to grow up, to be certain. I left there for here to finish my studies.
Okay.
When I came here, I was like, I've known for a long time I like being in the city.
Yeah.
So I like being where there's lots of people.
Yeah, fair.
I like being where the culture is evolving and ideas are percolating.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm usually drawn to.
Yeah.
So this is my first city proper in Canada that I've lived in. So when I came to Calgary, I was actually, the amount of sky they have here, I was blown away.
Yeah.
With mountains on the horizon, I think are just so amazing, right? So I was a fan. And then after I finished my studies, I went on to Saskatchewan.
Oh yeah.
For a few years, northern Saskatchewan, that is.
Okay.
And that was beautiful, actually. I didn't anticipate it was as beautiful as it was.
Yeah.
I was blown away by that.
Well, that's big sky country there. for
It
sure.
totally is. Got some views of beautiful northern lights as well.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. And they have the best lakes I've ever seen.
Yeah, they do got some good lakes.
Oh,
Northern Saskatchewan.
Northern Saskatchewan is unparalleled.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, BC is known for beauty and lakes and so
Yeah.
on, but like not like that. That was amazing.
Yeah, northern Saskatchewan's got some great lakes, but not like kind of tough place to live.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't say totally. I mean, if you like small, like really tiny communities, then you'll be at home.
Yeah.
I know a lot of those places, the population is dwindling, and they're still trying to stay alive, and they give it, their hearts, when they do their community events, but it's a very rural setting. But then I said I missed the mountains and I'm coming back here. So
Fair.
yeah.
Well, you know what, like growing up in Edmonton, there's always a love-hate between Calgary and Edmonton, but I always found Calgary as to be a better kind of place to grow up.
Yeah.
I would think than
Yeah.
Edmonton.
I
Personally, just
feel
because
the
you
same.
are kind of you're closer to mountains,
Sure.
you're closer to
Yep.
a little bit better lakes than Edmonton is, and
Oh my god.
Edmonton's
And
got
the
some
mountains.
things like they actually got a very good river valley system.
Oh, they
which,
do.
Which Calgary has too, but
It
it's not
does.
quite as the depth as Edmonton does.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but I always found like Calgary to be like if you're into those kind of outdoor activities,
This
to
is
be
the
a little
place.
bit better centralized place for that,
Agreed.
which is good.
Agreed. I did spend some time in Edmonton when I was working on the rigs.
Yeah.
I've never made my peace with it. Calgary for me is where it's at.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm not sure which side you're on. Are you on?
You know what? I actually don't even know.
That's okay. So
Any side would work.
I'll drop you on the right side where it's easier to drop
Yeah,
off.
I actually think that's
This
I think
building?
That's the right side.
This is the Bow Valley here.
I think that's where my wife
That's where it
works.
is? Okay. Beautiful. So
Awesome.
nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you bet. You too.
Enjoy
Take
your
care.
stay.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
My pleasure. All right, it's rush hour and there's lots going on. Lots of rides being requested. So we're off to our next ride. I forget how long this ride is, but it is just 3 minutes away. I think it's a 7-minute ride. So let's just even this out and stay on the same live stream here. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation. And flashback to where I grew up in BC, which is on the west coast of Canada, the first province there. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if you can tell that it's getting dark outside, but the sun is definitely setting, and yeah, it won't be long now before we're in dark at like 5 o'clock in the evening. So there's that. I'm just catching up with my messages on here. I think we're doing good. Yeah, we're doing good. I think we are, yeah. Oh, yes. So, in this moment, I am feeling grateful for the work that I get to do, the amazing people I get to connect with and meet, and also the fact that my vehicle is in one piece still. I haven't been hit by or blindsided by others who are driving on the road with me or haven't done the same. I'm so grateful for this job. So grateful. Yeah. I mean, I get to sit in the comfort of my vehicle and drive around. I mean, there's patience involved, yes, there's skills involved in navigating around traffic, but in spite of all that, I don't know, there's some beautiful moments that I get to savor, and so I'm grateful. Life has been good. Life is good right now. It is. I was kind of stuck in the crosswalk there as the lights changed over. Here's my ride. I'm just gonna pull over here, sir, so I'm out of the way. And then we go help him load up here. I gotcha.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. My name is Binyam.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well, sir.
So you need a pin code, right?
Pardon me? I do need a PIN code. Yes, please.
8293.
8293. Wonderful. 8293. We are good to go.
Yeah.
I suppose
Yeah.
I wanted you to know, just before we get too far in my Uber, I do a unique experience, which is unusual for most. I like to live stream in my Uber and share amazing connections that I get to make. So
Well, I don't like to be streamed though.
you aren't going to be on the camera, but if you want me to turn the stream off, I'm happy to do so as
Yeah, I
well
would
too.
appreciate that.
I would be happy to do that for sure. My audience knows that's what I'm committed to. Friends, I will see you on the other side. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like